Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining on this Ichimoku analysis today. So this is the 21st of April and this is on Wednesday. So I hope we're having a great Wednesday today. And let's get started. So before starting here, just a quick disclaimer. This information today is basically based on my own understanding and knowledge and experience. So when you take trades, please do with your own risk management. So today's topic is about the P wave and Y wave of Ichimoku because I've got questions by email and also comments on YouTube also where people ask me about the P wave and Y wave, what are these waves, and also how you can identify these waves. So that's why I will talk about these P wave and Y waves structures as we cover a couple of pairs and also the markets. So thank you for joining everyone. Good to see you here. Alright, Alexandre, Kareem, and Jay, Asif, Daryl, and Tommy, and Roy. Thank you for joining. Good to see you everyone once again. So let's see. So I think the good example for the P wave is this pound JPY. This is in the pound JPY daily chart, and now the Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat. Chikou span is very close to the candles, so this is basically ranging in the daily chart. So there is no direction, and it could go up and down, and we don't know which way it's going as per daily basis. However, this is a P wave structure because we have the highs are lower now, and the lows are higher. So when you see this squeezing structure, the triangle, like this, then this is called the P wave. And this is one of the Ichimoku ways to look at the markets. So this is in squeezing P wave, and it can break up and downwards either direction because the Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat. But if this happens above Kijun-sen, and if Kumo slopes up and Chikou span above the candles, and most likely the P waves are broken upwards when it's uptrending. But when the market is ranging like this, we're not sure which way it's breaking. However, one thing for sure is that we have P wave right now. So once it breaks, it can go towards that direction. So you can use P wave on any time frames. This is in a daily chart, but it's visible in 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart, 30 or 5 or 15. You can, or weekly chart, monthly chart. You can find this P wave structure in any time frames. But in terms of Ichimoku, if you wanna use P wave with Ichimoku, then I recommend you to take it in higher time frames, daily chart or the 4-hour chart or the weekly chart, because the P wave with Ichimoku 5 lines confirmations, you can have more confirmations and you can have more good setup when it breaks out. Alright, so let's see. Thank you for joining everyone. Christopher and Dave, Robert, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Robert says, sorry, have you seen the movement on CAD pairs? CAD pairs, CAD. Yeah, we'll check the CAD pairs soon after. Yep. Someone, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Yep, thank you for joining everyone. So let's see. So this is a typical P wave structure that is forming right now in the market. So let's screen other pairs where we see Y or P waves on the daily chart. So let's move on to from top Euro USD. This is not P wave, this is not Y wave. Simply this is just uptrending right now in a short time frame. So in Euro AUD, this is not the P wave or Y wave. This is just like a flag. This looks to be flag. So this is not the P wave nor Y wave in this structure. Let's see, Euro Pound. This one is also, this one looks to be the Y wave. because the highs are getting higher and the lows are getting lower in this structure. So in this case, this is the Y wave structure. This is expanding Y wave structure. So the price could go down to the previous trend line and it can go up afterwards like this. But in Y wave like this, it's very difficult to capture. This is difficult to capture the reversal. In this condition, the market has been resisted by this upper trend line, but and it looks like the market is sloping down. But if you look at the Ichimoku lines, the Kumo flat and Kijun Sen flat at the moment, and Chikou span is touching the candles. So this is ranging basically as per Ichimoku. So from here, we're not sure which way it's going. And especially within the Y wave like this, it's very difficult to capture the market direction. So basically when I see Y waves on the daily chart or forward chart, then simply I stay away. So Euro Pound, I don't even look at it recently because it's been ranging within this Y wave structure. And it takes time for the market to have a next trend when it's Y wave like this. So yeah, in that sense, I don't think there will be a new trend happens recently. This is ranging basically, so no trend and no trace. Akupitiren, thank you for joining. And Saber Wolf, Tam, and Mike, Krish, Monorum, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. And Danny, thank you for joining from Indonesia. And Deco, Jfar, and Christopher. Bettiani, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you. And Henry, good to see you as well. Thank you for joining. Let's see, Mike says, what is your analysis about gold? Yeah, let's check gold soon afterwards. Alright, so let's see. Erin, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Good to see you. And Blackwater, good to see you here too. So this is a typical Y wave structure. So today's topic is about the P wave and Y wave because I got these questions by emails and comments. So I decided to talk about these P wave, Y wave, and check charts. So Euro JPY in the daily chart, this is bullish still because the Kumo sloping up still, and the Kijun Sen flat, and the price retracing backwards, Chikou span overlapping. So this is bullish momentum, but direction wise it's flat. And in this case, this is the still forming the ascending P wave, but we don't see the ascending P wave really because the highs are resisted at this 130.69 level and the low supports are getting higher, but in this condition we're not sure if this is going to be a support or not because this candlestick still forming. So the candle close might become below the Kijun Sen, below this trend line. If it closes like this, then it can go backwards to Kumo. So you have to delete this trend line. But if the market bounces supported by this trend line, then it can go up to the resistance line. And in that case, this is going to be called a P wave, an ascending P wave, ascending triangle, and it can break upwards this way. And that's exactly what I see on the one of the pairs, an AUD JPY. This is a post on the 19th of April on my TradingView account, and I was seeing this P wave, ascending P wave structure, and it looks like the market is about to break upwards. Now it's coming backwards to a trend line. If I can forward the chart, now this is the forming candlestick, but if the market will be supported by the trend line, then it can go up like this way. So AUD JPY, what's happening right now on the daily chart is that the like this one. So still, this is to me bullish. I expect the market breaks upwards like this way. So we'll see if it's going to take place. But if the market breaks the trend line, then it can come backwards to the Senko span B level. But because the Kumo is very thick like here, very thick, it can be supported by the Senko span A and goes upwards from tomorrow. But right now at this stage I don't take trade because this is still ranging as per Kumo Kijun Sen structure. This is ranging and Chikou span below the candles, so I don't look for the buy chance yet. In this condition, if the market breaks the Kijun Sen and Chikou span comes above the candles and Kijun Sen points upwards and Kumo points upwards, in that case I will take a buy. I will look for the buy chance in lower time frames. But until it happens, I just wait. But in this condition, I expect that to happen because this is an ascending P wave. I just have to wait for the confirmations for an entry chance in this case. Hello Cam, thank you for joining, good to see you. And Marianne, Steven, Robert, thank you for joining, good to see you. Mr. Fernandez, thank you for joining as well. And Jagdish, good to see you here. Thank you for joining. So this is AUD JPY. Daily chart is another ascending P wave structure. So let's check some other pairs. So let's focus on the CAD pairs. So CAD JPY in the daily chart, this looks to be bearish, and this is not the P wave nor Y wave. And yeah, this is just in the range. This is more of the downtrend at the moment. And CAD CHF also, this is sloping down. There was a CAD looks like to be bold. Let me check the currency trend chart now. Yeah, so looks like the CAD has been strongly bullish and Swiss franc is bearish at the moment. So I can see that the CAD Swiss franc has the most volatile market. So in that sense, CAD Swiss franc is going against the trend direction, and now we have this outside bar. This is an outside. So in this case, I won't jump into the market. I will just wait for the candle close today, and I will look for the next trend from tomorrow. So yeah, so this is another downtrend at the moment. This is in the N wave, reverse N wave, and this is in downtrending at the moment still. So let's check some forward charts. Let's see, Euro AUD in forward chart, this is on the bullish N wave at the moment. This is in bullish N wave. So it looks like this is in bullish trend right now. The price could be supported by the Kumo or Kijun Sen in forward chart, and it continues to grow upwards this way. So yeah, and also there was a let's see, another good example for P wave or Y wave structure. Yeah, let's see. Looks like the market has been flat, ranging at the moment in forward chart. Oh, I think this is in a P wave. This is pound Swiss franc on the forward chart, and this is in a P wave right now, because we have the highs are lower and the lows are higher. The price is into the Kumo now, so this is ranging. But since the Tenkan Sen is above the Kijun Sen, it can break upwards this way continuously. and we might see the Kumo breakout in forward chart. So this is another P wave example. Hello Egypt chart and NGA number 9 and Rohan, thank you for joining. Good to see you again. So today's topic is about the P wave and Y wave. As I get these questions and comments about these market structures. Yeah, looks like the AUD CAD has been sold also because of this strong CAD announcement. Now this AUD CAD pair, it's going down. So in this case, no one jumps in. I won't jump in this case. This is a huge breakout of the Kijun Sen, but our overall market is still ranging. The Kumo flat, Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen down. They're going against with each other, so this is ranging. Chikou span is now breaking the candles, so the market is now into the range. This is not the downtrend, but this is into the range in forward chart. So I follow the daily chart or the forward chart market direction, and especially when it goes against the major direction, then simply I stay away. Let's see. Yeah, looks like I think that's about it on the forward chart, P wave and Y wave structures. So yeah, and let's check some gold right now. Oh, Ichimoku says pound Swiss franc in Y wave in forward time frame. Yep, let's check that one. Yeah, pound Swiss franc forward chart, yeah, exactly in the Y wave, sorry, the P wave structure. The highs are lower and lows are higher, and this is called the P wave because the letter looks like P. If you can connect the upper part and lower part of this of these lines, this looks like P, and that's why in Ichimoku this is called the P wave structure. But I think basically this is the same as the triangle. And in terms of Ichimoku analysis, within the P wave, simply you look at the Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen location, and also major direction. In this case, the Kumo's bullish, and the Tenkan Sen above the Kijun Sen, Chikou span above the candles, so we can expect the market breaks upwards on this P wave structure. So at the breakout of the P wave and also at the breakout of the resistance line, at this 1.2817 will be a great buy chance. But in this case, if it places a buy, the price is very close to Senko Span B, so better to wait for the Senko Span B breakout and look for the buy chance. It's my recommendation. Yeah, because in that case we have the Sanyaku Koten signal here, and the market can go up continuously afterwards. So let's check the gold and see what's happening now. Gold in the daily chart, okay, looks like the market is heading towards the Senko Span B level. So I also put my analysis on gold. By the way, this is my new TradingView account, so you can follow me on this one, because I try to share my analysis almost every day. So gold, I put my analysis here. This was also the 19th of April, and I was expecting the market goes up. Well, 2 days ago, my analysis was like this. Gold H4 is currently uptrending as per below Ichimoku confirmations. For Ichimoku confirmations, I saw Kumo is up and Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen points upwards, and Chikou span above the candles, and candles are above Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and the Kumo here. So this is the perfect order, so to speak, of the Ichimoku trend direction. We have the Kumo's up, and Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. So no doubt this is uptrending. This is uptrending. So that's the market analysis as per Ichimoku. And then for the next scenario, since market has been supported by Tenkan-sen, it is continuously bullish as long as the market is above the Tenkan-sen in the forward chart. So the market was supported by the Tenkan-sen. So as long as price is above the Tenkan-sen, it can continuously go up this way, was my analysis. So always follow the market direction is the key. Target is Senko span B in the daily time frame. So this is in the forward chart as attached, and I just forward the candles, and now looks like the market broke the Tenkan-sen but still supported by the Kijun-sen and still trending upwards now. So, and looks like the market is still heading towards the Senko span B level. So basically I either follow this forward chart uptrend or simply I wait for the breakout. If I miss a chance of entry until the Kumo breakout happens, then simply I wait for the Kumo breakout on the daily chart and look for buy chance then. So that's the analysis on the daily chart and also the forward chart on the gold. This looks to be a beautiful N wave still. This is an bullish N waves continuously. So it can go up still, up to the Senko span B level. So in this condition, I mentioned that the market was supported by the Tenkan-sen previously. So exactly from this candlestick to this, from this bearish candlestick to the bullish candlestick, I simply stay away. I won't look for any buy chance on these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles, because it's been ranging and the market was below the Tenkan-sen. But once it comes above the Tenkan-sen, you can look for the buy chance afterwards in this area and expect the market breaks the resistance line towards this way. So yeah, still we can follow the uptrend on the forward chart and it can reach towards the Senko span B level. And I say Senko span B in this condition on daily chart is the target, but I'm not sure where it lands. It might go up all the way to this upper level, upper part of the Senko span B, which is 1818 level. It might go all the way up like this, but if it goes sideways, let's say from tomorrow or onwards, if the market retraces backwards this way or range, then it can break the Senko span B in this area. So in this condition, I'm not sure exactly where the market will break the Senko span B, but one thing for sure is that after the Senko span B breakout, then it can go up continuously. And Kumo might be twisted bullish, and we might start to see the next long-term bullish momentum afterwards. So yeah, I'm actually continuously looking for the buy chance on the gold right now. After this public live stream ends, I will continue to monitor the gold and look for the buy chance afterwards. Okay, so let's see. Renilo, thank you for joining. And Nico, good to see you here. And Wong, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you here. Eric says USD JPY. Alright, let's check the USD JPY now. So USD JPY in the daily chart, this is retracing backwards now. And my view is still bearish because we had the Tenkan Kijun Sen dead cross and Chikou span breakout. So the market looks like the market is heading towards the Senko span B level or the previous support level at this 106.67 level is my expectation. And with that in mind, I watch the forward chart. I look at the forward chart and this is my view still. This is still bearish because the price is still below the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen and the Kumo here and Chikou span below the candles. So USD JPY, I put the analysis 10 hours ago that this is still bearish in forward chart. So I expect the breakout still of the support level. But once the market breaks the Kijun Sen, then I won't look for the sell chance anymore. So looks like this is still ranging. It's simply ranging at the moment. So not sure if this is gonna break out or not. Looks like the market is losing its bearish momentum. If you see the gaps on the lows, this is also the way you can check the momentum of the bearish trend. When it's going down this way, oftentimes I check the waves. So exactly from this candlestick, it started to be downtrending, and I check the lows, the pips between the lows, between these swing lows. So in this condition from the low here, so I just simply mark these horizontal lines on the lows. So we had these 5 support levels here, and simply I measure the pips in between the lows. So from the first low to second low, it was the 50 pips of downtrend. So it was a strong downtrend. I would say after the breakout, the sellers followed the market and it went downwards. But after this low to the next low previously, this was only very few pips. This is only 12 or 13 pips of like a low renewal. So this is very narrow. So in this case, the market is losing its bearish trend, and that's why the market broke the Tenkan Sen uppers in this condition. But still, the market is below the Kijun Sen, Kumo, and Chikou span below the candles. So this was potentially bearish, but I can still see that at this moment, once the market retraces backwards this way and breaks the Tenkan Sen, then this might be the end of the downtrend. So simply in this condition, I wait for the breakout and look for the sell chance afterwards. In this case, it just broke the support line and went downwards, and went all the way down to this level, and we can see what's happening at the moment is that the pips in between the lows are very narrow in this case. This is only wick low in about like 9 pips of like a low renewal here. So in this condition, obviously the market is losing its bearish power, and it might be reversal. It might reverse backwards. So in this case, I simply wait for the support line breakout and look for the sell chance afterwards is my analysis. And once the market goes upwards and breaks the Kijun Sen, then simply I won't look for the sell chance anymore. So yeah, so that's why I say that this is still bearish but I don't see any trends in the market. This is ranging, so it can go up and down still. It might be supported by this previous support level two more times and reverses backwards too. So we'll see what happens here. Hello Jay and Mike, thank you for the comment. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hello Gabby, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you here. So always look for the trend direction is the key. Like I mentioned previously, when the market is simply ranging like this, you better stay away because it might retrace backwards to Kijun Sen. Encore, yeah, indexes. It's falling due to COVID situation. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Personally, I only take trades on Forex pairs, and that's why my analysis are heavily on Forex pairs. And also the gold, because I only take Forex pairs and gold to take trades. But once I move to Dubai, then I will take trades on the US stock markets and Euro stock markets and indexes because of time zone. And also due to regulations in Japan, I don't really expand to investing these areas yet. So hopefully this year, after June or July, once I open an account in Dubai, then finally I can start to invest my money into these mid to long term investments. Forex for me is still very short term market, short term investment, because I close a position within the day or up to 2 weeks. I hold it and I just exit these positions. So for me, Forex is very short term, and I don't trade the cryptocurrencies because simply I don't have any experience, and I don't really track on these cryptocurrency situations. Mainly, I study Forex pairs, and I am a full-time Forex trader, so I don't really take trades on the cryptocurrencies, but I can still analyze as per requests, but that will be just for your information. H. Butcher says, why in this week don't have watch list for trade? Yeah, the trend are very weak, either retracing backwards or ranging. So simply you better wait for the next trend to come. Hello Ajitya, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. He says, Mr. K, after the sundown wave structure, the price always go down. Not always, not always. It tends to be retracing after sundown structure. All right, hello Harun, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Good to see you. And Dylan, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Lasita says, yesterday your NZD JPY analysis went wrong. My money. Oh, you lost your money. So yeah, always have to have the money management. That's why I mentioned about the money management still, because yeah, even if I talk like this, of course, it's not 100%. So first of all, it's important to capture market situation and potentially see what's happening at the market and which way it's going. And the second question have to be where to exit. And that takes the risk management strategy as well. Yeah, Roy, that's right. Stock markets, indexes, that will be my new fields on my trades. Dylan says, normally what candlestick patterns do you looking at for entry? For entry, my favorites are engulfing, breakout, and also doji breakout. Yeah, these are my two favorites, engulfing breakout and doji breakout. In lower time frames, in the 5 or 15 minute time frames, I see these engulfing and also doji breakouts. Yeah, it looks like CAD pairs are spiking right now due to the news outcome. Hello Noel and James, good to see you here. Thank you for joining. Yeah, Lasita, you're welcome. You're welcome. So always follow, always risk 2% on your account. Every time you take trades, you have to have 2% risk per trade. And then you should be fine. Even the market goes backwards against you, you should be fine. Because we have to keep surviving in the market, and that's more important than just winning profits. Winning profits, once I became a full-time trader, I was of course dreaming to become full-time, and after I became full-time, running pips, running profits every day wasn't the realistic way. That was the first lesson I learned, because before that, when I was working full-time and I was dreaming to become a full-time trader, because once I be like that, then I will have more time to screen, more time to take trades, and I thought I have more profits. And of course, you will have more profits after you become full-time trader, but it doesn't mean that you can run more profits. So as time goes on, my next question became, so how not to lose? How not to lose, how to keep surviving in the market is a key. And that was my second challenge. And after I focus on how not to lose, how to become like I mentioned here, how to become a non-losing trader. And that brought me to run profits, ironically speaking. So when I was focusing on the profits, I was losing. I was focusing on the losing side. But when I start to focus on the non-losing trader, non-losing way to take trades, then my focus becomes how not to lose and how not to win, and overall, over time, I became profitable. So that was one of the ironies that I learned by myself, and that's why risk management is also very key to success. Especially if you want to survive in the long run, that's very important. And I have a couple of videos. If you can come to my website and scroll down a little bit like this, you will find a playlist here, and I have the money management videos. So simply if you click this one, that will take you to the playlist of the money management, so you can always also enjoy these videos as well. Let's see, K. Jenny says, is it good timing to look for a sell opportunity when price breaks previous low? At the previous low breakout, you have to confirm that the market persists its downtrending. And usually what I do is I look at the lower time frames, 5 or 15 minute time frame, and see if the market is still on the reversing waves. Then I simply enter the market. Because the market might go down, the market might break the support line. In this case, in this dollar JPY, the market can break the previous support at this 107.88 level, and it might go upwards soon. Just like we saw these two doji candles, there was a fake breakout and the market went backwards afterwards. But you can capture these two fake breakouts by looking at the lower time frames. If you only see this forward chart, then once you see the breakout on one of the candles like this, you will never know if this is going to be a breakout or fake breakout or not. So when the candles forming in forward chart and potential breakout, I like to look at the lower time frames and see how this breakout happens, the details of this breakout in lower time frames. And let's say if the lower time frame still shows the bearish wave in 5:15, if this becomes bearish wave in this part, then it can be bearish continuously. But if this wick shows that there was a spike up and down in 5, then of course it might become fake breakout. So that's one of the ways to identify whether this is going to be fake breakout or not. And this is what I usually watch at the time of breakout in higher time frames. Let's see, Onker says, is there a theory which explains number of N waves in continuation? Or is there any indicator which is a best pair with Ichimoku? There is no best pair with Ichimoku, but number of N waves is also important, which is usually called the Sandan structure. 2 consecutive N waves is the basic form of the Ichimoku. But in terms of Forex markets, simply I watch the pairs on the right side. Alright, Kale, thank you for joining. Good to see you. And Asif, you have to go, alright? So thank you for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the archive. Yeah, always nice to see you here, Asif. Let's see, Kumo says, hi Kay, since you don't follow crypto, your TA would be valuable, possibly to those who are too enthusiastic on the DeFi train. Sure. Yeah. I don't really follow cryptos simply because I mainly trade Forex and I don't really study crypto myself. H per shirt says, every time after jumping any pair's price like CAD today, price comes backwards to first place before jumping. Is it true? Yeah, so that's why whether it's going to be fake breakout or not is the key. And you have to see lower time frames to see if this is going to be fake breakout or not. Hello Golan, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Let's see, Mike says, okay, as a full-time trader, how much tax you guys need to pay for your winnings in Japan? In general, it's 20%. 20.135% of tax in Japan. But if I use outside brokers of Japan, let's say how to say, any brokers outside of Japan, if I use them, then the tax goes up to 55%. Hello Turun, thank you for joining. And simply I look at these price actions at the time of breakout. So here you can see that when it breaks like this, you see there's a breakout. There was a breakout. Hold on, let me delete these lines as we have too many lines here, which might be confusing. So this is in 15-minute chart. In forward chart, there was a one single bearish candle. But in 15, you see retest. In this case, there was a retest happens on the 15. So once it breaks this 108.54 level, after the breakout, it went backwards, retest and go bearish. So in this condition, I will look for the sell chance at the second breakout in 15-minute time frame. So this is going to be my sell position. And my stop loss will be above the previous high, which is at this level. This is my stop loss. So in this case, if I place a sell here, then my stop loss is above the previous high, which is about like 15 pips of stop loss, and follow this downtrend and follow the breakout direction. So that will be exactly on the candle close of this one. So more precisely, I will most likely enter towards the end of the candle formation here, or as soon as the next candle forms, I will enter the sell. And my stop loss will be above the previous high. If I have it, then this is like a 22 pips of stop loss, and I enter sell and expect the market breaks down and continues to go bearish like this way. And once it goes bullish, then simply I exit at some point. Yeah, K Jenny, you're welcome. You're welcome. So this is the example in 15-minute time frame, and I do the same in 5-minute chart too. And also to support these breakout, fake or not, I use Bollinger Bands and stochastics and Fibonacci retracements as well, just to support these bearish confirmations. I simply use these. Let's see, Monoron says, please can you show doji breakout and engulfing breakout examples? You can find videos about that, but these strategies here on the must-watch videos for beginners, you can click on the playlist and you can find some basic price action videos. I am actually thinking to redesign the whole website. So yeah, actually that's under my project before moving to Dubai, hopefully. Let's see. Renilo says, there are indicators for false breakouts and breakdowns. I don't think there are any indicators that captured false breakouts or not. You can simply watch price action, whether it's going to be fake out or not. I think that's better, because usually indicators are lagging, because usually they take the close price of the candle, so it might be too late to capture the fake out or not. Alright, yeah, Mr. Fernandez, thank you for reminder for the like button. So if you liked today's live stream so far, please press the good button. And please subscribe and click the bell button so that you get notified as I do these lives and videos every day on my YouTube channel. Jade, you're welcome. You're welcome for this live stream. And let's see, Denny says, how to get momentum in Ichimoku Cloud. The momentum can be captured by the width of the Ichimoku Cloud and also the length of the Kumo. When you see thick Kumo and also long Kumo, then the momentum is strong and stable. So at this moment right now, in this example, up until like on this day, you can see the Kumo has been bullish and it's thick enough and long enough. So this is the strong bullish momentum. But when you see the thin Kumo like this part, this is where the Kumo gets very thin and this is where there is no momentum in the market. You can see Kumo flat and flat ranging, very thin like this. This is ranging, still ranging like this. But once you have the Kumo development like this, gaining thickness and longer, this one has a strong and stable uptrend like this. Yeah. Hello Maru-san, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Waiting for the day market stop ranging. Yeah, that's right. We have the range markets in the daily chart. It's ranging like everywhere. So basically we have to follow forward chart or lower time frames, which is a bit tough. We have to keep an eye on these markets in the lower time frames. So hopefully the spring on the market should come. Towards the end of the April or May, we might see some next spring in the markets. Oh, thank you Maru-san for the reminder too, for the like button and joining the Ichimoku community. Thank you for the reminder. Alright, Kitten, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. HBB says, as usual, you are the best teacher and analysis of Ichimoku. Thanks a lot. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's my pleasure to do this every day. Without your supports, I won't do this every day. Originally, I started these YouTube videos as per requests by the traders. If there's no requests to share my views on the market by Ichimoku, then I wouldn't be doing this. So thank you for the support as always. And thank you for your comments as always too. And in this way you learn too, but also I learn a lot myself too. By reading these comments and by answering to these questions, I learn myself a lot too. So this is win-win. This is both ways actually. And this is something that I say in the previous lives also. But if you want to master something, then you have to be able to explain these. Especially in the simple words, you have to be able to explain. So you can try to explain about the Ichimoku. So for example, Ichimoku Kumo to your friends who doesn't know about anything about Kumo, anything about the markets. You can try to explain. You can explain to your wife or your kids even, or friends. And I'm sure that will be the best way to learn yourself, because output is the best way to input yourself. So you can try this. So okay, so this is about like 1 hour of the live stream. So I will be ending this in about 5 to 10 minutes. So let me cover some of the questions here. Let's see, Ketan says, can you tell something about how to calculate the momentum using Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and also using future Senko span A and V values? So yeah, as in this example, when you have the Kumo, after the Kumo twist, make sure you have the Senko span B up and A up. This is a strong indication for the strong market trend in the long term. And when you also see this Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen points upward this way, this is the strongest confirmation for the uptrend in the market. And also you can focus on the thickness of the Kumo. Make sure you have enough thickness of the Kumo. So maybe recently we had the CAD spiky. So let me look at like a lower time frames. When the market spikes like this, we might see some very thin Kumo. Also this one, this is CAD CHF in 30-minute chart. And see here, you have the very thin Kumo here. This is too tiny, too thin. In this condition, the market can be resisted by the previous resistance level and reverse backwards. Because for the market to be able to grow up or downwards, the Kumo should be thick enough and long enough. But in this case, the Kumo is too thin, so you have to expect a retracement. Let's see, in this condition, there is a previous high here at this 0.7346 level. And there are twice of the resistances here. So the market can be resisted near this level and retrace backwards, and that is because the Kumo is too thin like a thread. This is a tendency of the Ichimoku Kumo, and you can apply these structures on any time frames. I mean, I don't recommend you to use Ichimoku in too low time frames. I don't usually use Ichimoku in 5 or 15 because these are too low in time frames. But you can still use 30 chart or 1 hour or 4 hour chart, daily chart, weekly chart, or monthly charts. You can use Ichimoku. Yeah, Roy says eye on the price. That's true. Price action is the base of everything. Krish says best Ichimoku master and teacher. Thank you for the words. Yeah, glad to hear that. Onker says I'm confused what is more important, perfect entry or perfect exit. Well, perfect exit is more important obviously than perfect entry, but because if you master perfect exit, then you can cover the entry timings. No matter when you enter, if your exit timing is right, then you can always exit very soon, exit in a minimal loss, and you can keep trying on the markets. But if you have only perfect entry timing, but if you don't know exit timing, then the market might reverse backwards and you don't know where to exit. So I think exit timing is much more important than entry timings. Because once again, when you master the exit timing, then you can cover the entry timings. Let's see, Mike says the Kijun-sen is a support line if it's below the Tenkan-sen, right? Yeah, Kijun-sen can be the support line. The market can be supported by the Kijun-sen. That's possible. Anker says most of the time I trade and the entry is good but exit too early. How to overcome this? So you can try various exit timings. You can I'm not sure how you exit on your strategy, but you can exit at the Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen. You can try these, or you can build up the exit timings based on the risk-reward ratio also. But one thing for sure is that when the market goes against the direction, then you have to exit. That's for sure. But how you capture the retracement, how you capture the market losing its trend direction anymore is the key. And it can be different among traders. Oh, Gabby, you're welcome. Thank you for the comment. Jenny says, could you please demonstrate in example how you trade in profit and exit timing in lower time frames? Yes, I will. And also, I have a couple of videos that talked about the exit timings on this FT4 or case trading strategy. I have a couple of videos about the exit timings in lower time frames, so you can check these videos and look into these, some of my trade examples. And when I take trades and when I happen to have positions, then I will show it to you too in real time. Right now I have no positions, so there's nothing to show, but in my future lives and videos I will show it to you too. Okay, so looks like it's about the time to end this live stream. I do see more comments, so but unfortunately I have to go. So I will be ending the live stream anytime soon. But after this live stream ends, I will check these comments, and also thank you for the comments on the videos also. On the archives, I'm actually checking everything, every comment, and every time I read these comments, I make sure to put the like buttons on these comments so that you know I'm reading these comments too. So once again, thank you for the participation, and also thank you for your support as always. So until I see you next time, please stay healthy and stay gold. Alright? Mata ne. Bye for now. Thank you.